Okay, today I want to show you how you can create your own first Billboard Design Thinking poster. It would take a little bit of time, so altogether we have 30 steps. Here are the applications we need. The first thing, of course, you need a challenge. So we're going to look at how we can improve security of the internet in a company where they have a problem, people downloading malware and creating security problems for a company. So it's just fictitious, but we need something so we can talk about it. The applications we're going to use are all Microsoft PowerPoint Office applications. So we're going to use PowerPoint, we're going to use Microsoft Paint, and we're going to use the Bing search engine, Microsoft Outlook to send our emails, and then we're going to use LinkedIn to post the final result. So let's start out with the first step. So you just go and you download the Billboard Design Thinking PowerPoint template and you open it. And here we are. So the first thing that you have to do is you're going to simply add an empty slide. So go for empty slide here. Just be sure that here in the left corner you really zoom down to 10% or 15%, depending on how large your poster is going to be. So the next thing is you're going to do is you're going to go and grab a shape. And the important thing is that this shape, the height of the shape should be, and this is in the template already, 45 millimeters. So you're going to go to the shape format, so the centimeters, 45 centimeters. We could have 90 centimeters, but then usually you will need a larger screen, so you can do this on the laptop with the 45. You're going to see later on why this is important. So we're just going to set the background of the template is white, and we're also going to remove the outline, because that always creates problems. So what this gives you here is if you have here 45 centimeters and the poster is 90 centimeters high, that means if you enter here 200, that means the length of your poster is going to be 4 meters. Usually I never have posters that longer than 6 meters because that's really long, and then also usually the rooms are not that big. So if we go back to original ideas, so we downloaded the Billboard PowerPoint, we opened it, added a new empty slide, and we inserted a background with the height of 45 centimeters. Now we're going to start copying and pasting our templates. As we said, we have a workshop about security, internet challenge. So of course you're going to need some time to think about how you're going to do it. But I'm going to go and start with problem matrix. So just I copy this, go back, insert it here, just check that this is somewhere aligned, and also put this to the first slide. After I did a problem matrix, I'm gonna go and think about the persona. So who is this guy that is constantly downloading stuff that is threatening the security of the company? Maybe it's certain individuals, maybe it's a group of individuals, and again I'm gonna go to simply and copy paste this onto the template and add it. After I have the stakeholder map, let's say we want to improve this. So we're going to look at the typical user scenario, how this happens, what we could do to improve all of this. Again, we're going to go grab it and just paste it back. Super simple. I'm just going to try to align this so this is all kind of on the same side. And the last thing is we say we don't want to go out of the room without having created a project plan. And since templates have been supplied by Microsoft, we're also kind of nice and leave the Microsoft logo on the back of our template. Basically, that was the work of creating your PowerPoint template. Now what you can see, what comes handy in is here, if you look on the side and you go to the shape format, 45, 2 meters, 93. So that would be let's make 6 meter poster out of this. This means we're just going to modify this until this is 300. Let's make this like this, 300. And then I'm going to grab all of this and move it back here. So we said also we're gonna add some kind of title to the workshop. How do we do this? We're just gonna use the features that we have here. So I'm just gonna make it black, simple, and this is the internet security workshop. And here it's really nice that you can use this simple office tool, so you can play around with colors, whatever you want to do. Usually that's going to take some time, but since this is not about designing a poster but only about how you could create it, I'm going to leave it up to you to make a beautiful design. I'm only removing the outline. Also, it's always very nice to have some kind of visuals. And what we're going to do is we're just going to open Bing, and we're going to look for some kind of image. So surfing, I'm going to go to some image. Of course, it's your responsibility to check that you're allowed to use that image. So I just like this one. Just going to go and grab it with the screen capture image. So here we have it, and we open PowerPoint again, and we're just gonna put this image here. And here in the bottom you could add some kind of additional points, like it's always good to have some kind of information for the people why you're actually doing this. I don't know which organization that is, but many organizations have problems with security. So let's just make up a story. So damage last year, 25 million euros. Okay, simple as that. And damage brand name, make customers unhappy, whatever it is. Yeah, so you can just add some stuff here that you're going to use it for the introduction for your workshop. So basically your post is finished. Yeah. You can see that there's some glitches, or maybe there's something missing. You can play around with that, but as I said, this is not about hot drawing beautiful poster, but how you can actually create your poster for to get it to the printer. Okay, so here we're finished. So we said the next thing that we're going to need is Microsoft Paint. This is very old but very loved tool. What we do is we just go string A, we just copy everything. String C, we just copy the stuff. We're going to open our Paint, and we just insert all of that stuff. Takes a little bit. So here you can see now the full poster. What always happens, you see here in the bottom and on top, stuff is kind of added. So I select everything and I just move it so it kind of fits here. And on the bottom, you have to go and look for this small toggle here. You just move it up and you cut it. So now you have nice clean edge on the bottom. And then we're also gonna have to go and clean this here on the right side, cut it off. So that looks fine. And then this is actually why I like the Paint without going into all the details, but that's a simple way to kind of clean up. So we have a white line. Just gonna grab this and pull this down. Then I inspect the image. Yeah, here I have the same problem again. Again, I'm just gonna open this and drag this over to clean up my image. You can play in PowerPoint, let's say, forever to remove all of these things. It's really much harder than cleaning the thing up in Paint. So we also remove this here. And you can also, instead of copying and pasting everything back, for example, you just say, okay, want this a little bit more in the middle, well, just go and move it. Grab your copy tool. The important thing is you see here on the bottom, this is 11,000 times 1696 pixels. This gives you really good printing quality, more than you will ever need. So then you still can check if everything's fine. Maybe you want to add something, change something, but basically that's finished. So once we have this here, that's actually a finished image. We're gonna go and save it. So I'm gonna save the image on a place, printing billboard. So I'm gonna save it as our example one. So that was the finished part for creating and cleaning up your image. So we opened Microsoft Paint, we copied it, we copied everything into Paint, we cleaned it up, we trimmed the image, and saved the image in a place where we can actually find it. So now we're going back to PowerPoint, because in order to send it to the printer, we have to tell the printer exactly how large the poster is, because otherwise anything could happen. The way we're going to do it is we're going to go here, we're going to add a new slide, empty slide. And what we're going to do now is we're going to insert the picture that we saved before in our file. So just to go here to and insert my file. So here it is. So what's the beauty again of using PowerPoint for that is you're just going to draw a shape around it, and we're going to send this shape to the back, and we're going to fill it with white. And the important thing is that now we just go here and say the height of this image is 9 centimeters, because now we're looking at the real size, because we have to calculate how long is that poster and how can we be sure. Well, very simple. By setting this to 9 centimeters here, we automatically get the width, the 60 centimeters, and we just multiply this by 10, so this is 90 centimeters, it's like times 6 meters. What I then always do is that I create, I add some markers here. So I just go here, draw a line. We're gonna get the format printer here, check the lines here, just scale it up. So here the size, we're just gonna add the size so we can see the arrows on the end. I'm gonna go and copy this here, the height. Why do we need that? Because often in the print shops they're kind of confused. Hey, you're sending me a PNG, what do you actually want from me? And I'm just gonna tell them this is 6 meters long. So as I said, where do you get it? You just select it and check here, 6 meters and 18 centimeters, 0, like this. And for the height, we already know that it's 90 centimeters, so we're gonna write 90 centimeters. And we just add this here. Now the last thing we need for the printer is to tell them exactly what they should actually do. And I just use this here, just change the size. And I just go here to text box. So just do something 2 centimeters. And now print info. Oh, need to change this to black color. Print info, and then add the information. So print type. So you want this color. Maybe you want it black and white, so that might be cheaper. Number, you want one poster. maybe you want to have 5 size, just right length, 6 meters, 0.18 meters, and the width is 90 centimeters. Also, actually now you're ready to go, almost, because when I have all of this information, I'm gonna select all of this, select all, and gonna save this picture again, and then gonna go back to the same LinkedIn publication folder, and here I have my print info, and I'm gonna save it. So what we achieved now is we added another PowerPoint slide, we imported our image, we changed the image height to 9 centimeters so we can actually check the total length of the site. We added the print information, color, numbers of copy, the paper size, and then we copied everything and saved it as a print info image to our folder. So the next thing is, often people ask, well, where can I find a copy shop? In this case, we're going to be looking for a copy shop in South Africa, in Johannesburg. So just enter in Bing copy shop, large format, Johannesburg, South Africa. Just click it, I check my results. What I find here, I don't know. Let's look at this one. What does it bring me? Yeah, and then you basically have to check if that's the copy shop. Oh, I don't like this one. Not sure if that's gonna maybe this one. Let's see this one. That looks good. So the moment you see this kind of image somewhere on the page of the copy shop, means you have a large print, and that's it. So you have an address where you can actually send your request. That's it. So you found a copy shop, and you really can find this in almost any smaller and larger city. So now when you have this, you have to actually create the email. What are you going to write in the email? So Billboard poster for workshop, whatever you want to write here. Yeah. Then you're going to enter here the email of the copy shop. And then the important thing is you're gonna add here the information. So you're gonna go and attach the image. So in the background you can check again. Just can open it and just be sure that this is really the image you're sending. Everything's fine. You just check it. Yeah, everything looks good. That's exactly what I want. And then I go and insert. Not this attachment, but I go and get the picture. And now what I'm gonna go is I'm gonna go in at print information. So back to my publications folder. Now here I have the print information, and I'm just gonna size this to something reasonable so you can actually read it. Why is this important? Because this is gonna guarantee please print one copy is displayed below. Just going to ensure that there are no misunderstandings, because this poster might cost 100, 120, 150 euros depending on the size and the cost of the print shop. So you can be 100% sure that they're going to print everything. Well, then of course you just send off email. So what we did, we went to Bing to search, we found a copy shop, then we sent the copy shop an email with the print info, and also we attached the file as a PNG. It's important you use a PNG and no PDF. If you add a PDF, it just might happen that they have different fonts. They change the colors. If you send a pixel format, it really guaranteed you're gonna get exactly what you sent, so you don't have to worry how the result is gonna look like. Yeah, then you go to the copy shop, you pick up your poster, then of course you deliver your workshop. You use a Billboard poster in your workshop, you enjoy the feedback, and then of course it would be super awesome once you're finished. Did you go back to LinkedIn and just write a short post, and you just upload the poster and maybe write a short example. So we're going to go back to our publications folder and just going to go and upload your image, maybe write a few notes there and post it. Yeah, so this is about everything you need. So sorry that it took like 20 minutes, but you can't do it fast. It's like a 30-step process. That's the way I do it. If you're familiar with that, you can do that in 15-20 minutes. So it's super fast. You need no fancy tools. You can use the total Microsoft Office suite. Don't have to be a graphic expert. It's as simple as this can get. Yeah. Well, then of course enjoy the workshop and happy design thinking.